as was done by Maxim Vashilogrov. And that's a very well-known position. Yeah, takes, knight takes, I believe. Yeah.
Also, pawn takes is possible.
Yeah, pawn takes it. It's another line.
Bishop c5, queen e2.
And some queen.
And some knight d4 stuff.
Knight d4. That's the line. That is a very interesting line indeed.
And I think that line has been played by Peter Svidor for maybe more than 10 times with black pieces.
Yeah. And over here, knight b to d2, while being a logical move. This seems to be like a sort of a new attempt, right?
Well, knight e5, d takes
the
e5.
trade was played.
Queen f3 and queen e2 is a more popular approach. But I think Aronian has won a very beautiful game sacrificing a queen in this line. I don't remember exactly how, but I'm 99% sure that that was a line.
Okay, so knight b to d2, and judging by the time management of Levon Aronian, he is no stranger to this line, so well, pretty quickly and logical moves, takes on f3, playing bishop b7, and white goes e5, trying to, well, I suppose it's not an attempt to make a draw, so white is trying to prove that, well, in the symmetrical structure I'll be somewhat slightly more developed or something like that. Knight to c5, bishop d5 I assume was played.
I think the point of e5 was to provoke black to play bishop takes f3, because this line, in my point of view, seems to be slightly in favor of white. Let's say rook takes e5, and the point that f7 pawn is somewhat...
Yeah, it's like white is first, well, in a way it's a symmetrical position with opposite colored bishop, but white is first to apply pressure on where it actually does matter, right? Because, say, you go bishop f6 and you might be taking the b2 pawn, but it's almost irrelevant, right? But if white takes the pawn on f7, that's, now we are talking king safety, that's of course much more important.
So knight c5 is a very accurate move, I think.
Knight c5,
takes,
bishop takes, bishop d6, trade on d6, bishop d5. And
the position on the first glance, it looks like the position is in favor of white, but as well as we know, as in some Sicilians with this pawn on b4, well, there is no significance in this pawn structure because
the
d6 pawn will be traded on c2.
Yeah. And that's what has happened. If you update the current position, it's clear not much is going to be going on there because they
probably the first draw agreement today.
Yeah, that will be a very quick draw. Well, a pair of rooks being exchanged, and then so rook takes happened that I can see from a camera view. Rook d5, rook c3, rook a5. I mean, they'll end up having 3 versus 3 on one wing. So we can mark this one as the finished game already. Pardon for that, but no mystery, no mystery here. And you can see they've just agreed.
Liêm was quite peaceful today.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall. None of them played the tiebreak, right? Or, no, wait, he did. He had to play tiebreak against Artemiev.
Yeah, and it was quite tense.
It was quite tense, but then they had a day off, and apparently one day off is not enough to fully recover and prepare against Levon Aronian. Or it might mean that Liêm is not that much afraid to play Aronian with the black pieces.
And he's not much afraid to play tiebreaks.
Yeah, and he's kind of betting on shorter time controls, which is quite possible as well. So Mamedyarov Rajabov, anything exciting in this game?
Not really.
Very